I just wanted to hop on real quick and talk about the importance of not stopping, right? Like not hanging it up simply because things get hard. I've been on this YouTube journey for a little bit now, and it is tiring to create content consistently, to come up with good ideas, to focus, to edit, to produce, to post, to optimize over and over and over and over again. It is not simple and it is not easy, and I'm starting to realize there is no simple formula whatsoever. You can watch YouTube videos after YouTube videos talking about how to build your YouTube. Is it too late to build a YouTube channel? My 2025 is going to be like this if I just do this trick. I don't have a reason to believe that I'm going to grow successfully by following anyone. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not going to take advice. I'm not saying that I'm not going to every now and then watch to learn, because I do that all the time anyway. But what I am saying is I'm going to start leaning into a little more practical growth. What I mean by that is I'm going to be real with myself. What do I have time for? What are my goals and what am I actually trying to accomplish? Is this something that I feel confident on as far as topic goes? Is this something I want to share with the world? And I think a lot of times we struggle with what we want to share with the world as opposed to leaning into our strengths, which is ourselves. I think there's a point, I think there's a possibility that I'm going to grow based on, as a content creator, I'm ahead of the game. Simply because I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I film all the time. I'm used to holding cameras. I understand lighting. I understand that audio is an important aspect of telling stories. Really, any story. And so for me, it's less about learning how to build a YouTube from a quality standpoint, but I'm starting to realize I need to be more simple when it comes to YouTube. I need to be I almost need to show up less, and not in the sense of using the platform. I don't mean it like that, but show up less as in stop trying to make every single thing that I do a full blown out production. Start being more just self. Start being more being, right? And not put so much stress on the things that like literally just don't matter. I feel like in this video specifically, I'm going to try to not edit so much of the ums and the uhs and the likes and all of that out of it. I want to just be normal. I don't necessarily have, actually, you know what? Let me show you real quick. So this is what I'm kind of dealing with right now as far as the stand goes. It's my Pepsi bottle. We'll get that out of the way. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. Like I have a nice camera, but I don't have a camera on a tripod right now, and I don't like filming like this. It makes me a little uncomfortable, mainly because it's different, right? Like I'm used to locking everything off, making sure everything's stable, making sure my background's cleaned up, making sure my foreground's cleaned up. And I'm now just deciding to talk to you guys without doing any of that. And I don't know where that comes from as far as like, I don't like this. It might be that, again, when it comes to a documentary, we set everything up, right? We set the setup. It could be that I just don't feel comfortable talking in an environment that I didn't really clean up. It just doesn't necessarily make me feel professional, if you will. And I think all those reasons are what would stall my growth on YouTube. I'm trying to make myself uncomfortable, because when I'm in an environment where I'm not being challenged because I understand the environment so much, it doesn't necessarily make me my most authentic self, and I want to strive to be my most authentic self. I'm actually at my friend's house and they have like 40 birds. And so if you can hear them in the background, I do apologize. However, I don't even necessarily have a mic. The mic's right here. I don't have a mic on this camera right now. I'm using it straight through the audio of the camera itself. Again, this is just an experiment for me to see how I feel to see how I perform, to really see how the video performs. I don't know. You guys could be like, this sucks. But at the same time, it makes me feel good because it's an experiment that I wanted to do for myself. I wanted to make myself uncomfortable. I wanted to put down the ego a little bit, like being perfect isn't even a thing. So why would I assume that like, oh, the other stuff I do is perfect? Like, it's just, I mean, even if it's done well, that doesn't mean you think it's perfect. So for me, I'm super excited to just create in a way where I wouldn't say I show up less, but I show up more. This is a way for me to be more authentic. I have no lights here. Obviously, it's just natural light and this computer that's right in front of me. Yeah. So, I mean, again, like I said, I'm excited to see how I can grow with this YouTube channel, but I'm also excited to see how I can grow myself without feeling the need to pull out all the tricks and the trades and the you name it. Like, we aren't here to be anyone else but ourselves. And so I'm going to strive more to be that version. And I appreciate all of you that took time to listen to me. Chase greatness.